do it in a time-bound manner.
Okay.
No, but I want to say one thing over here, Shreya, before we move on. I want to say just one thing over here, Shreya.
The Janta has given you an opportunity for 5 years. You have to prove yourselves to them, not to me. Yes, go ahead. Go ahead, Anish, then I have to get Tehseen.
No, I have one thing to say. 24 hours after the Nirbhaya case, suspects had already been arrested. Within 72 hours, that case was solved. In a state like Maharashtra, which has a tradition of having one of the best and finest police forces in the country, why do we not have any answers yet? What is going on? You have systematically dismantled the police force. You have allowed this to happen. This is a charge that the police force has not been given the attention it requires, and that is why this is happening. There is no fear of the law in this state anymore.
Anish, young fellow.
Tehseen Poonawala, Susi Ben is saying, give us a chance. Ek minute, ma'am, ek minute. Let's get Tehseen in as well. He's someone who has Pune in his name and he's a resident of Pune as well. Let's listen into him as well. Tehseen, Susi Ben is saying, give us a chance.
So
we have not failed
to investigate the matter. Yeah, thank you, Shreya.
Thank you so much,
Tehseen,
Shreya.
go ahead.
Thank you so much, Shreya, for having me here. At the onset, condolences to the girl and the family for what has happened. Pune, my city of Pune was known as the cultural capital and one of the safest cities in the country. In fact, a Time Index rates it as amongst the safest cities. So what has happened in the last couple of years or last few years, that there seems to be a lot of issues with cropping up in the city. The police force in Pune is a very professional force. In fact, the DCP that you showed, the lady DCP, she's a very professional officer. So it's not really that the police are not sort of involved in keeping the city safe. It is structural infrastructure problems. Ultimately, inside the depot, now Swargate bus depot is one of the most busiest depots in the city. I think about 600 buses go from there every day, about 60,000 passengers it handles. What about the CCTVs? What about the announcement systems? If a bus has been shifted or is not on time, is that information publicly available to commuters? None of that has been taken care of. Even the security system inside the bus depot, now this is not the police, this is the private security, is terrible because all of these contractors just get people from other states who come here for a job. They're working, and I don't mean to demean anyone, for 8,000 or 9,000 rupees. They want to get a job. So they fill people in because they have to fill heads in. And then these people are working. They're not professionally trained security officers. Now, unless that doesn't happen, the transport minister should be answerable that why is that not happening? We don't even know if all the CCTV cameras were functioning. How did that go? Where is that information gone? Now, the audacity of this history sheeter to do this 100 meters away from a police station. Now, again, this is a failure of the entire system. Courts just give bail to people despite police opposing it. There is no tracking mechanism for hardened criminals. How do you track them? The DCP may well be right that her police inspector may have done 2 rounds because it may have been his night round. He may be the senior inspector, he did the night rounds. But those rounds were outside the Swargate bus depot. This happened inside the Swargate bus depot. How do you have a further coordination so police can be involved? I think we need to have a systematic conversation around this so these kind of incidences don't happen. Simply saying that, as the Shiv Sena spokesperson said, we will hang the person. You may hang the person if you find him. That's fine. How does that solve a systematic problem? As you rightly said, Shreya, this was something waiting to happen. And how long are we going to put the blame on professionals? What do police have? Police need more force. They need more equipment. They need more budget. Who's the ones who are sanctioning it? These politicians. These politicians want to give money for everything, but for what is required. And that is why Anish and I say, and you also said, it's great. You may have the Ladli Ben Yojana. You may want to give somebody 2,000 rupees, but give her safety. Actually give the police the equipment that they can keep the women safe so women can travel without fear. This cannot be allowed to, the money cannot be spent on wrong issues.